years of trying, 20 years of frustration.
Kevin Harvick at Pocono finally is a winner.
Kevin Harvick, the last 2 times I've picked you, you've won. I expect a portion of that paycheck. Kevin Harvick, it's never happened, but it took so long, 20 years of trying. Like, seriously, it's his 20th year in the Cup season. That's the weirdest coincidence. And I figured that out, so I made that video at the beginning. But Kevin Harvick finally gets his first career win at Pocono. It took him long enough. It seriously took him 20 years. 20 seasons. But yeah, Kevin Harvick in his 39th start at Pocono finally gets his first career win at the 2.5-mile triangle. Quad oval, triangle, whatever you want to call it. I call it a triangle, but you get the point. Finally gets it done. Holds off Denny Hamlin at the end there. Hamlin was a couple seconds back, charged up, was getting really close, less than 0.2 of a second, was drafting off Harvick. They were going all across the track. But then finally at the end there, I don't know if it was dirty air or what, but Harvick was able to pull him a little bit and close the deal and win the race. So Harvick, I'm sure he's thrilled. Only 2 tracks remain on his list that he has not won at, and that is the Charlotte Roval in Kentucky. Kentucky's a 1.5 miles. He does really well at 1.5 miles. So that's very possible that he could do that in a couple weeks. And then the Roval, we saw he did really good there last year. So he's got those both this year on his to-do list. So he could very well complete that this year. But yeah, the race itself, if it wasn't for the strategies, go back to the 2014 package for Pocono at least. The 2014 package, I could go on and on about how much I love the 2014 season, the racing in 2014, but especially at Pocono. If I remember correctly, both of those races were really good, had some really good battles for positions, and then eventually the wins there in 2014 rather. Pocono has always been roasted the past couple of years for having poor races, and if it wasn't for the strategies, I'm telling you, this one was not the greatest thing ever. It's not the worst Pocono race, though. It had its moments where it was pretty intense, especially the restarts. They would fan out 4 or 5 wide. You saw some chaos. You saw a little bit of contact. Nothing really big, impactful happened. Joey Logano, Alex Bowman late in the race had tire problems, and that kind of killed Logano's day. Logano was having a good day up to that point. Chase Elliott had some transmission problems getting into 4th gear, that kind of stuff. But there was a crash between Tyler Reddick and Eric Jones. We'll go into that when we go through the results. Other than that, nothing really big, but there was something surprising that I will say I was surprised about. Almirola started on pole, and the last few times he started up front, he'll stay up there for a bit, but he'll fall off as the day goes on. He was up there all day, led over 60 laps, won Stage 2, could have won Stage 1, gets a 3rd-place finish. Very good run for them. Good day for Stewart-Haas. You see 3 cars in the top 10 there. I think Custer was just okay. He's a little farther down than I expected. He was 16th. But, yeah, really good day for Stewart-Haas. The win from Kevin Harvick, obviously, that's a big deal. He's got all their wins this season. He's got 3 of them. Darlington won. What was the other one? Atlanta and Pocono. So he's got 3 wins on the season now. That's some nice playoff points for sure. They're leading the points right now. What else, man? Yeah, as I said, Eric Almirola led most of the day, 62 laps, almost half of the race. Boyer up there in the top 10. A good week for Stewart-Haas, or a good race for Stewart-Haas Racing. I keep on forgetting that we're racing tomorrow, too. Inverted, speaking of, Ryan Preece will be on pole tomorrow. Austin Dillon starting 2nd. Kurt Busch 3rd. Ricky Stenhouse 4th. Cole Custer 5th. Newman 6th. Byron 7th. DeBenedetto 8th. Blaney 9th. Kenseth 10th. It's just inverted top 20. I don't know why I'm going through this. You can do that yourself. Look at it tomorrow. And if you switch anything, like you switch a transmission, you switch engine, go to a backup car, that has to get approved by NASCAR, and you will drop to the rear for tomorrow's race. So guys like Eric Jones and Tyler Reddick, who just wrecked and they screwed themselves for the day, they're going to have to go to the backup car. They were already going to start back there. But, for example, one guy I think I could see potentially switching something out. Chase Elliott finished 25th. He was having transmission issues getting into 4th gear. I would not be surprised if they changed some stuff in that car, changed the transmission, some other things in that car, and he's already starting 25th, so why not just say screw it, go to the back. So yeah, I'm sure he'll do that. Logano might go to the back. He blew a tire. He looked like he had a good chunk of damage. Bowman had a good chunk of damage. So depending on how bad those cars are, they could go to the back of the field. But as for today's race, as I said, nothing really big other than the strategies. There were so many strategies, it was hard to keep up with at times. It was just kind of entertaining. You didn't know who was going to make it on fuel. You didn't know who was going to stay out. You didn't know if a caution would mess everything up. At one point, the top 10 was like Newman, McDowell, LaJoie, Stenhouse, Harvick, Almirola, blah, 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 blah. Buescher is a weird top 10. But McDowell ends up getting top 10 out of that, so good for him. Let's go through the results. Kevin Harvick with his third win of the season, his first at Pocono. Man, he's got to be so happy. He has never won here. He's got to be so happy. But yeah, he had a smile on his face at the end, 20 years of trying at Pocono. Denny Hamlin with the second place finish, good points day for him. I'm sure he won that win, but he tried at the end, but with his package kind of hard. I'm sure the dirty air did play a factor. He just kind of got there, and there's that bubble that he just could not break through. But yeah, second place finish for Hamlin, third place for Almirola. Almirola, really good day. Got himself back in the top 12 in points, got the pole, led 60 laps on the day. I think it was 62 or something. Ends up winning a stage, so a really good points day for him, and also just a good day overall, showing some speed. They need that. Fourth, Christopher Bell. I think that's his first career top 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a really good run for that team. Some good strategy calls there. Got him up into the top 5. Kyle Busch with a 5th place finish. A really good day for him considering their recent finishes. They've not had the hottest finishes recently. But yeah, really good day for him. I think they're going to be a team to look out for tomorrow. He's been talking about how without practices they've been struggling a bit, and this was basically a practice race for them, so watch out for them tomorrow. Martin Truex Jr. with a 6th place finish. Not a bad day for him. 7th place Clint Boyer, got a good points day there for him. Michael Mcdowell, let me tell you something. Front row racing is not messing around this year. John Hunter Nemechek and Michael McDowell have been getting them top 10s on a consistent basis compared to their normal performances. So front row racing, they aren't messing around this year. I'm not going to say they're both going to make the playoffs or something, but they're doing pretty dang good. You put them in position late, they could shock the world. They could shock the world. That's right. 9th, Brad Keselowski. 10th, Chris Buescher. Good run for Buescher. Led some laps there with the pit cycle. Just some guys running different strategies. Gets a top 10. 11th, Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth, after that top 10 at Darlington, he's straight up. He's been terrible. Just terrible finishes. So an 11th place finish, if you're a Matt Kenseth fan, you should give 2 thumbs up. That's a pretty good day for him. 12th, Ryan Blaney. He was up front most of the day. Obviously, the weird strategy call screwed him and the guy behind him. They were both top 5, top 10 all day. Blaney and DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto, I know, took right sides, I think, on that last stop. Might have taken 4. Some of these guys up front, some of them took 2, like Kyle Busch took 2 left side tires. Harvick, I think, did fuel only. Almirola took right sides, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, some guys, different strategies, and it just really shuffled up the order, shuffled up where everyone was, and that's why some of these guys like Blaney, DiBenedetto fell back when they were running 4th, 5th, when they went into the pits. 14th, William Byron. 15th, Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman led some laps there. Good day for him overall. 16th, Cole Custer. 17th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Their car stalled at one point, so for them to come back from that, I'd say is pretty impressive. 18th, Kurt Busch. 19th, Ty Dillon. 20th is your pole sitter tomorrow, Ryan Preece. 21st, Jimmy. Jimmy had a weird day. Jimmy was like top 10, then he fell back, and then he got in a thing with Josh Bilicki on pit road, and then he just didn't do anything after that. 22nd, Bubba Wallace. 23rd, Corey LaJoie. 24th, John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek trucked someone out of the way. I think it was like J.J. Yaley. J.J. Yaley blew a tire. 25th, Chase Elliott. We talked about that earlier. Transmission issue. Something was wrong with that 4th gear. They could not get it into 4th gear. It took forever to get into the 4th gear. They had to get a bungee cord. There was a whole thing. Ends up with the 25th place finish. Not the day they were looking for. Had top 5 to 10 speed early in the day. 26th, Ty Dillon. 27th, Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman and Joey Logano blew tires late. I think Bowman hit the wall a bit, and it screwed them. Had to use the access road, had to pit, and that just ruined their day. 28th, Daniel Suarez. 29th, Brendan Poole. 30th, Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick was involved with an incident with Eric Jones. It was just one of those nothing you could do situations. The 2 car, I think, and someone else slowed up. Jones tried to dive to make it 3 wide, and when he did that, Tyler Reddick had no time to react. He was already there, and they both went spinning into the inside wall because they have extended that pit road wall ever since some crashes, guys spinning onto pit road, so they've extended that wall. They crashed into the inside wall. They did not crash into pit road wall. They crashed into that inside wall. Jones ended up finishing 38th, and Reddick with what did I say? 30th? 31st, J.J. Yeley. 32nd, Josh Bilicki. 33rd, Garrett Smithley. 34th, James Davison. His first career start. 35th, Timmy Hilgo. 36th, Joey Logano. Oh my, 6 laps down. I didn't realize he fell that far back. Yeah, he had a tire issue late. His left front blew, and you could see the left front was just destroyed on his car. You could see through the hood. You could see his left front tire shredded. Bad end of the day for him. He led a lot of laps. He won a stage. I mean, he got a playoff point, so that's always a positive, but not a good day for him. He's going to be starting back there already. Might as well go to the backup car. 37th, Joey Gase. 38th, Eric Jones. 39th, BJ McLeod. Poor BJ. I think he had like a engine problem or something. 40th, Quinn Houff. Crashed on like lap 15. But yeah, that's your day. As I said, not that great of a race when it comes to a racing standpoint, but we had some interesting strategies. I'm telling you, this package is weird. Like, it provides some really weird racing at times and some very crappy, and then sometimes some really good racing. This package is all over the place. But yeah, we got to get something figured out for Pocono. If you go back to the 2014 package for all the tracks, I'd say that's my vote. I've been very vocal about that at times, but yeah, the 2014 package is my vote. I'm sure that NASCAR won't listen to me because I'm not that relevant. I also don't know the costs and stuff, but that's just my honest opinion. But yeah, we'll figure something out. We got another race tomorrow if it doesn't get rained out, and if it does, we'll see you Monday. If the race doesn't get rained out tomorrow, I will release a video that I wanted to release earlier in the week. But yeah, you'll see that. Some more Star Wars music over NASCAR. We'll look at that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, leave a like, subscribe. Subscribing is fun. Just hit the subscribe button. It takes you 2 seconds. And yeah, you can watch me talk about some NASCAR some more.